Greetings and welcome to I Can Learn. Today's art project is Q is for Queen. And we'll be joined today by Kids First Child Care Center in Maryland. Thank you for requesting some new art projects. So today we're going to work on Q is for Queen. Please check your emails for your work booklets, your e-work booklets, and your art projects. If you already checked your email, I hope you have printed out your project for today. So we need you to print out pages 1 and 2 for Q is for Queen, and there you'll find the crown template, the hair template, the eyes, and the jewels template. So now we're going to start cutting out our shapes for our queen. And I've already started. So first let's go to page 1 and start cutting out the face part. And out your face part, like a half circle. Then we're going to cut out our diamond shape, because we'll need that for our jewels. Diamond shape. Then we're going to cut out our circle template to use for our nose. Parents and teachers, you can cut out your pieces before your class, and this way you can keep the attention of your children. So I will cut them out first, and then we will invite our children in. Now let's cut out the eyes. You can use these eyes, or you can go to your arts and crafts store and buy the stick-on eyes. Sometimes the stick-on eyes are fun. The children like to play with them and look at them move around, and they get a good laugh. So here we got one eye. Going on to my second eye. Make sure you take your time so you don't mess up the shape of your template. Okay, so we have the eyes, the diamond, and the nose. Now let's cut out our crown. Just take your time. Nice and slow. And our crown. C is for crown. The king wears the crown. Here's our crown. Then we'll cut out a strip of hair. And you can either cut out all 4 pieces, or you can cut 1 piece and use it for your template. And when you get to your hair, you can choose which color hair you want, and make sure you get 4 strips. About the size of this template for your hair. And we're going to cut out circle jewels. And our jewels go on the top of our crown. Because the king wears a jeweled crown. And the queen. Take my time. Okay. We have the circle. Now it's time to cut out the ears. Make sure you take your time. Cut them out smoothly. Okay. And now we're going to cut out the other ear. Okay. Now we have our last pieces will be the lips. Take your time. You can be creative and draw your lips onto the face. You can draw your crown, your jewels onto your crown. It's up to you. If you're not fancy with the drawing, then you can use these templates that we have here. Now, so there we have it. Now it's time to get to the fun part. The construction paper. So let's start with our base, and you can choose the construction paper colors of your choice. So I have some purple that I'll be using for my crown, my jewels on the crown, and then you can cut it in half, and you want to make sure you save as much of your construction paper as you can, and the pieces that you don't use you can set aside and put them in a folder for later. So we'll use this, now that we're here, we'll make this a purple. We'll make a purple diamond. And then we will make a purple circle jewel. So I'll cut out my first jewel. There we have the purple diamond. Now we're going to cut out a purple circle. And the circle we're going to use for our jewels as well. Just taking my time to cut. Good. Nice and slow. If you have older students, you can help them cut out their own pieces. For your younger children, you should do this ahead of class. So now I have a circle jewel. And make sure you keep an eye on your pieces. Okay, now we're going to use yellow for the crown. So I'm going to take my crown and I'm going to place it. Since it's kind of a small crown, it's not as wide or as long as the full page of the construction paper. We'll fold the construction paper in half, cut it in half, then cut it in half. And save the other half. Now you can hold, see, and now we're going to trace the crown onto the yellow construction paper. And after we trace it, then we're going to cut it up. Okay. Take your time when tracing so you don't write all over your template. And you can do this project with 2-year-olds as long as you pre-cut everything and have everything ready for them. And the only thing they would have to do is help you paste. You can do this with 3-year-olds. The 3-year-olds may try to cut it out depending on their ability. And 4-year-olds will help you. And I know the 5-year-olds, they can do this. They can cut it out and glue everything on their own most of the time. You have to remember, children like to be independent. They like to show us that they can do what we can do. So give them a chance to show you that they can cut and they can color. And whatever way it comes out, it's okay, because guess what? It's their project and it's their creativity. And we want them to be free in expressing their creativity. Now I need a brown piece of construction paper. Here we go. Now we're going to cut out our trace and cut our face. Again, you don't need to use the whole construction paper page, so you can fold it in half or use the part that you're going to use and save the other part again for another project. You have to be wise when using your arts and crafts material, because sometimes we can use these things over if we don't waste the extra pages and pieces. And as you finish each template, put it to the side so you don't get confused and lost. So now we're at the face part, and you can choose whatever color you want for your face, or whatever color the child wants, whoever they want to express their queen as. Ask them. They will let you know who they want their queen to look like. For most children, their queen is their mommy, so they're going to want their queen to look like their mom. So you ask them, what color should the face be? And then let them be free in their creativity and their artwork. So here's the part we're going to use for our face. And see, when we get everything cut out, we'll do something like this. See? And then it'll come together. Slowly but surely. Need some extra pieces, and we'll use for our ears. So now let's find our ear pieces. I found one. And I'm going to trace it. Ear number 1, and I'll trace ear number 2. Okay. You see? So now you have your ear. That's ear 1. Let's cut out ear 2. And our ears look like little D, well, uppercase letter D's. That's what they remind me of. It's a little ear. I'm going to set the extra pieces to the side. Now we need... We already have our eyes, so we're going to set our eyes over here. And we almost forgot to cut out our No, so let's get another piece of brown paper, and then we're going to cut out our nose. Okay. Just take your time again to making a circle. Take our time to making a circle. We build with shapes. We create with shapes. If you want to learn about architecture, the first class will introduce to you shapes. So if you find one of your children playing with shapes and interested in shapes, you may have a new or an up-and-coming architecture in your classroom or for a child. So we have to encourage our children to become who they are born to be. Not who we want them to be, but who they are born to be. Let the youth be free to explore and find themselves without hurting themselves. Now we're going to move on to our lips. We have our eyes, our ears. Now we have to make our lips. So let's make our lips. You can use red or pink paper. It's up to the child because, again, it's their project and they're expressing their creativity. And see, when they express their creativity, they get a chance to have fun. And then they can learn. You learn what you want to learn. You learn what's interesting to you. You learn things that's exciting to you. Even as an adult, I like to learn things that come easy for me to learn. I like to read things that I'm interested in. And the same with children. Remember, children are tiny adults. And you can have a 2-year-old. And that 2-year-old will show you a thing or two. And you will be so amazed. And let me tell you, I've seen them. And like the old folks say about, you've been here before. A lot of them come again and again and again. And they get a chance to tell us what's going on if we're smart. Okay, so we have our little lips. Now let's make some more jewels for our crown. And we need 4 diamond shapes. So far I have one. I'm going to make another one. Let's make a red one. Represent a ruby. R is for rubies. And after this lesson, you can also do another lesson on jewels and introduce them to gemstones. And they can learn that gemstones are made and can be found in nature. It's nothing that's man-made. It's something that the Creator made for man to use. And we need a circle jewel. So far, let's make sure I have all my jewels with me. See, that's why I said for everyone to keep your jewels and your pieces together, because when you get ready for them, you want to make sure you know where they are. So I'm going to cut out another circle, and I'm going to cut this page in half. I would also like to send one love to the staff and students at Bright Eyes Kindergarten in Greenville, South Carolina. One love, everyone. And teachers, check your email boxes and look for your packages. See what you have this week. Okay, so we have our circle, we have our diamond shape. Now we need, let's fold this in half, and we're going to get some more shapes. Need some more diamonds. And some more circles. Alright. Take this color green, make a emerald jewel. And you can give your jewels names and tell them the name of the jewel that they're pasting and gluing onto their crown, and let them know the crown is made of gold. So you can learn always and learn many things through one project. So yes, we're doing an art project and we're making a queen, and we can still learn about gemstones, and will include a science class, so you can do science and art together. To be a great teacher, you should be a creative teacher, a thinking on your feet teacher. A lot of times people have a hard time thinking on their feet, and if you're a teacher, you have to master that skill. Sometimes you might have an activity plan, and by the time you get to school, you realize you left it at home. What are you going to do? You have to be quick. Think of something that you guys can do for the rest of the day now that you left your project at home. So I would advise teachers and parents to think on their feet often. Let's see, we need another circle jewel. Alright. I have a red circle jewel. And I will do a blue circle jewel. And that can be our diamond. Gemstone. Okay, now we have our circle. I'm looking to make sure I have everything. And I'm going to cut out my circle. And make sure you keep every shape even and the same. Okay. Even and the same. That's for you as the teacher, but the children, they're learning, so some of their shapes might be a little off. That's okay. They're learning. Okay, let's need one more diamond, and we'll be ready to start. Okay, one more diamond. If you have already cut out your diamonds, you can move to the hair And we have 4 diamonds and 3 circles. Now we're going to cut out our hair. So let's take our hair template and trace that and make 4 strings or 4 pieces. So we need those for our hair. And again, you can have the child tell you what color hair they want for their queen. Like remember, they may want their queen to look like their mom. So if their mom have different color hair than you, they may want their hair to have, the queen to have red hair. Some people may want their queen to have brown hair. Don't limit the children. Let them be free in their creativity so they can have fun while they're learning. And we want to encourage children to learn and to love learning. As teachers, it is important that we make the learning process interesting and fun and appealing, because you must learn for the rest of your life. All right, now we're going to cut out the hair. First piece for our hair. Number 2 piece for the hair. Number 3 piece for the hair, and then our last piece, number 4. Okay. Again, let's put our extra pieces away. And now it's time for the fun. Putting our queen together. Okay, so we're going to put our queen, and we're going to make sure you use the side that doesn't have any ink or pen marks on it for our front part. Okay, so this is the front of our crown, and this is the front of our face. So and then we're going to take our crown and place it at the top, but give it some room so it can stick. So it should look something like this in the back. And so now I'm going to take some glue and go so you can line it up that way. And then you're just going to paste this. Okay. So here we have our crown and our face. And while we're here, we can put on our hair. So let's put a little glue at the top of the hair. Just at the top so it can stick to the crown and some parts of the back of the face. Okay, so on one side you get your 2 strips, like so. So you have your hair hanging down. Okay, now let's do the other side. And you know what? When we're working and the children are working, sometimes you can get a very quiet classroom. Other times it gets really exciting. As long as everyone is happy and laughing, it's not a problem. You want to encourage the children to be happy and be filled with joy. That is our job, to keep our children in Zion, to keep them in a heavenly place, to make them feel that they're free to grow, they're free to explore, they're free to learn. Our job is to keep the environment safe and nice for them. That's it. It's their world. Here we go, see? How little dreads or braids or just long hair. So the queen is getting together, it's coming together. Now we can add our eyes. So we're going to put a little dot of glue. This is where we feel the eyes should go. Not too far apart, but not too close together. Take your eyes, glue them. You can use the template eyes, or you can use eyes from the craft store. It's up to you. Okay. Smooth out this glue. Now let's glue on our nose. Make a little dot in the center. Nose going on. And now we're going to glue on our lips. Queen, all right, she is coming along. Look at the queen. You can barely see the nose because it blends in with the face. It's there. Now we need our ears. You can put the ears on that. Put them in between the hair and the face. Next time I will put this ears on before I put the hair on. Now we have our ears, our eyes, our nose, and our mouth. Now it's time to put on our jewels. All right, we're going to put 3 circles on the top. I'll put the circle on the wrong side. Okay, I have to change that quickly. All right. Let's make sure it sticks and wipe away any excessive glue. All right, so we have our circle crowns on top. Now it's time to put our diamond shapes in. Let's make it royal with the diamond shapes. We're going to build with the shapes. And we build with the shapes and the blocks. Okay. And now we have it. Q is for Queen. Here she is. Our beautiful queen. If you want, you can add more jewelry to your queen. If not, we can keep her the way she is. Okay, this is Q for Queen. Have a great one. One love.